It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions on Monday night.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Amon-Ra St. Brown, touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 72 yards. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that will be incomplete.
We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
He completes this to Walker. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return.
I hit a lot that way, too.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. In motion, the tight end. Here's Goff. Wright's got it. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Montgomery going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They try again with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Gino. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Goff. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Seemed like things were headed for the red zone, but this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Off of play action, here's Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Ken Walker
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's play.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
51 yards.
And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they?
To throw is Smith. Eluding the pressure right. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Smith. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself,
and he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. They'll toss this out right to Walker. Now he's loose again, and he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's Goff. That's complete to the portal. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 32 yards. And the Lions are back within a couple of the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2.
They're going to try and run. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
Carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. On third down, here's Walker. Now he's into the clear again. Inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 72 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. On the move past the 40. He's still on his feet. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Back to throw. This is caught. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. And it's capped off by the touchdown and the ever-critical extra point. So it is a 1-point lead here in the final minute of action. And just shutting him off there. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now the Seahawks again deciding to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Detroit.